Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, family and friends. Doing this video a little bit later today because I didn't want y'all seeing this on your way to work and have you triggered. But I'm going to talk about the WNBA, okay? The Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. The foul heard around the world, okay? Now, I had this conversation with my niece last night, and I thought it was important to bring it to the public. Now, I'm not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. I'm just going to give you, when it comes to social issues like this, you know, everybody will have an opinion, okay? And you may disagree with what I'm about to say, which is perfectly fine. You might not like it. And if that's the case, feel free to comment. Put your opinion in there, okay? So this started off, you know, there was a foul call. They're playing basketball, okay? And some people say it was a flagrant. Some people say it wasn't. But in the aftermath, the sports commentators, Sheryl Swoopes in particular, she made a point to say that, you know, why is Angel Reese looked at like the bad guy or the angry black woman when the similar situations for other women, other WNBA players, they don't get the same level of pushback, okay? And she said it's not fair. And I agree. It's not fair, okay? But that is the way it is. Now I'm going to tell you why it is that way. Quite simply, Sheryl Swoopes said, you know, she was mad because another commentator, RG3, made comments about Angel. And RG3 is a black guy, for those that don't know, Robert Griffin III. And she said something along the lines of, why aren't you protecting... No, I don't want to put that in her mouth, okay? But it was brought up, why aren't black men protecting black women, their sisters, their nieces, their cousins, etc.? And here's the theory on that, my theory. When it comes to my family members, I most absolutely will protect them. No question about it. People that are my friends, you know, my family members, people that I know personally, yes, I will protect them. If you're a stranger, somebody I don't know, no, I'm not going to protect you, because this is kind of what women ask for. And what I mean by that is, when you say, or when some women say, we don't need a man, okay, or they say, you know, black men aren't crap, okay, everybody, you can have that opinion, that's fine, perfectly fine, all right? But you can't turn around and say you don't need a man, you're strong and independent, and then expect men that aren't your family members to protect you. That's really the bottom line, okay? And I think this is where, now I'm about to go deep, okay? Black men in particular, have been fighting against the world here in America for decades. And they have historically shielded their women from dealing with the world. The world is not necessarily a nice place. Now that women are more strong and independent and don't need a man, now you're facing the world. And you're seeing how ugly the world can be. And it's not comfortable. But you've foregone that protection of the men when you told them that you didn't need them. Okay? Now, is it fair that Angel Reese gets labeled as the angry black woman? No, it's not fair, but that's the way it is. Is it fair that if a white guy gets pulled over by the cops and he jumps out the car and starts cursing at the cops, he can get away with that? If I were to do that, I might get shot dead. Is that fair? No. But I understand that, and so I act accordingly. And on the same token, if Angel Reese is being labeled as an angry black woman, she has to, if she does not want that label, she has to act accordingly to dispel that notion. Okay? It's a common phrase that, you know, when you're black in America, for right or for wrong, a common phrase in America, you have to be better and do more to get the same recognition or same credit as your counterparts. That's just the way it is. Is it fair? No. But men understand that, and we have been dealing with the world for decades under that premise. We under that understanding. And I don't think that the modern women that say they're strong and independent and don't need a man, I don't think that you were prepared for that reality, for that harsh reality of how cruel the world can be. Hopefully that makes sense. If you disagree, you know, put it in the comments. Tell me why you think that black men don't all automatically protect black women. That's my theory. And maybe I'm wrong, but it makes sense to me. And like I said, my friends that are women, whether I'm related to them or not, and my family members, of course, I'll protect them. But if you're some random person, you know, no, I'm not going to crash out and risk my life to protect some random person that I don't know. They say chivalry is dead. I think Dave Chappelle said chivalry is dead and women killed it. Well, this is the result of that, in my opinion. Okay, I could be wrong. Anyway, that's my video, and have a good afternoon.